If you're 65 or older and you still drive in Canada, one wrong move at your next license renewal can take your keys away. Not in 10 years this year. And the fifth rule I'll cover is the one almost everyone gets completely backwards. Stay with me, because number 4 quietly costs more seniors their license than any other on this list, and most never see it coming until the letter arrives. Number 1. The vision test. This is the single most common reason a Canadian senior loses their license, and it has nothing to do with any so-called new 2026 law. Every time you renew, you sit at a screen and read a chart, with or without your glasses. In Ontario, the standard is a visual acuity of at least 20/50ths in your better eye, using whatever corrective lenses you normally wear. Fall below that line and your license is not renewed on the spot. It's suspended until you can prove your vision meets the standard again. Here's the mistake that catches people. They know their eyes have slipped, they've been squinting at road signs for a year, but they keep putting off the eye doctor because they're afraid of what they'll hear. Take Bill, 71, from Hamilton. He skipped his optometrist for 3 years to save the $120 exam fee, failed the screen at renewal, and lost his license for 11 weeks while he waited for surgery and a retest. The fix costs you almost nothing and takes an afternoon. Book an optometrist appointment before your renewal date, not after. If you need a stronger prescription or you're developing cataracts, handle that first. Cataract surgery, which is covered by OHIP and most provincial plans for seniors, often restores vision well past the 20/50ths line and back to a full license. The lens itself is free, and you'd only pay if you chose a premium upgrade. And if you drive a commercial vehicle, a class A, B, C, E, or F, the rule is stricter. Between 65 and 79, you need a vision and medical check every single year, not every 2. Miss that annual window and your commercial privileges lapse automatically, and for a working trucker, that can mean losing $60,000 a year in income overnight. So treat your eyes as part of your license, because in the eyes of the province, they are. Number 2. The rules are not national, and assuming they are is how good drivers get blindsided. Driving in Canada is regulated province by province. There is no single federal senior driving law that switches on the day you turn 65, no matter what a headline tells you. What actually changes is set by your provincial Ministry of Transportation, and the age triggers differ everywhere. In Ontario, the big mandatory program starts at 80. In British Columbia and several other provinces, a medical exam becomes required at 80, and more frequently after that. In some, renewal shortens the moment you cross that age line. Instead of a 5-year license, you may get a 2-year license, so you're back in front of them sooner. The reason this matters is that people read one article written about one province, panic, and either think a rule applies to them when it doesn't, or assume they're safe when their own province is actually stricter. Consider Margaret, who retired from Alberta to Nova Scotia at 76 and assumed her old renewal cycle followed her. She missed a required medical, drove on an expired license for 2 months, and her insurer voided a $4,000 fender bender claim because she wasn't legally licensed at the time. The mistake is trusting a vague Canada headline instead of your own province's official page. Here's what to do this week. Go to your provincial transportation website, the real one, ending in .ca and run by your government, and search Senior Driver Renewal. Find the exact age when your requirements change. Write that date on your calendar, and note whether your next license is a 5-year or a 2-year. If you moved provinces in retirement, this matters even more, because the rules you knew back home may not be the rules where you live now. 10 minutes on the right website tells you precisely what you'll face and when, and it replaces every scary rumor with a fact you can plan around. And keep number 4 in the back of your mind as we go, because that's the one that can pull your license with no renewal and no warning letter at all. Number 3. If you're approaching 80, the Senior Driver Renewal Program is real, it is mandatory, and you should know exactly what it looks like so it doesn't rattle you. In Ontario, once you turn 80, you must renew every 2 years, and as of February 2025, the whole thing happens in one in-person session that runs about 90 minutes. You'll get a letter roughly 90 days before your license expires telling you to book it. Do not ignore that letter, because letting your license lapse is far worse than sitting the session, and reinstating a fully expired license can force you back through a full road test. When you arrive, there are 3 parts. First, a vision test on a screen reader. Second, a short group education session where they walk through how aging affects driving, slower reaction time, weaker night vision, and cover any updated traffic laws. Third, 2 quick cognitive screening exercises. A clock drawing test, where you draw a clock face showing a specific time like 10 past 11, and a letter cancellation task, where you cross out one target letter scattered across a page. These are not trick tests. Most healthy 80-year-olds finish them in minutes. Harold, 82, walked in convinced he'd fail, drew the clock in under a minute, and was back on the road with a fresh 2-year license before lunch. The only people who struggle are those with genuine, undiagnosed cognitive decline. And if that's the case, the test is doing exactly what it should. If you're flagged on the screening, you may be asked to take a road test, and that is where a license is actually won or lost at 80, not on the clock drawing itself. So prepare the boring way. Show up rested, bring your glasses and your hearing aid, and don't book it for the end of a long day. Walk in calm, and it's a formality. Walk in flustered and exhausted, and you turn an easy thing hard. Number 4, and this is the one I promised. The rule that quietly costs more seniors their license than the renewal desk ever will. Because it can happen with no renewal, no letter, and no warning at all. In most provinces, your own doctor is legally required to report you to the Ministry of Transportation if they believe a medical condition may affect your ability to drive safely. In Ontario, this is written into the Highway Traffic Act as a mandatory duty. The physician doesn't get a choice, and neither do you. That means a routine appointment for something that seems unrelated to driving, a fainting spell, a new seizure, the early signs of dementia, poorly controlled diabetes, a serious heart rhythm problem, even sleep apnea can trigger a report. Once that report lands, the ministry can suspend or review your license within days, entirely separate from your renewal cycle. This is what blindsides people. Take Frank, 68. His license was valid for 3 more years and he'd passed every vision test. But a single fainting episode at a checkup put a form in front of his doctor, and his keys were gone within a week. The mistake that makes it far worse is hiding symptoms from your doctor to protect your license, because that turns a manageable, treatable condition into a dangerous one, and it destroys the trust that could have kept you driving. Here's the smarter move. Treat the condition, get it documented as controlled, and ask your doctor directly whether they consider you safe to drive and what it would take to stay that way. Many reported drivers get their license back within a few months once the condition is stabilized and a specialist signs off. A CPAP machine for sleep apnea or a stable medication log for a heart rhythm is often all it takes. The license is usually not gone forever, but only if you work with the system instead of hiding from it. Honesty with your doctor is, strangely, the best protection your license has. Number 5, and this is the one most people get completely backwards. After everything I've said about real rules, here is the truth that flips the fear on its head. The scariest new 2026 senior driving rules you've been reading about online are mostly fake. Right now, the internet is full of articles screaming that Canada is bringing in brand new license rules for everyone over 62 or over 65, starting on some exact date in 2026, with new fees and new checks. Look closely, and almost none of them come from a government website. They're built by content farms and scam operators for one reason: to frighten seniors into clicking and increasingly into paying. The real danger of these fake rules isn't the rule, it's what comes next. You get an email or a text saying your license renewal is due under the new 2026 requirements. Click here to pay a $49 processing fee and confirm your details. One retiree in Ottawa did exactly that, lost $49 to the fee, then watched thieves use her health card and license number to open a credit line before she noticed. That is not your province. That is a phishing scam using a fake law as bait, designed to harvest your health card, your license number, and your credit card in one go. So here is the rule that protects you from all the others. Your provincial ministry does not collect renewal fees by email or by text link, and it does not invent a national age 65 rule overnight. If a message creates urgency and asks for money or personal details, it is a scam. Stop and go directly to your official provincial site or a Service Ontario or Drive Test counter instead. The genuine rules are strict enough on their own. You never need to fear the fake ones. You just need to refuse to feed them. So here's your one action this week. Pull up your own province's official senior driver page. Find the exact age your requirements change and book an eye exam before your next renewal comes due. Do those 2 things, and none of this can ambush you. If this helped you or someone you love, subscribe and share it with a friend who still drives. Because the ones who learn these rules in advance are the ones who keep their keys.